mountain wise, wisdom blooms on the desert skies. Timeless stories, they never.
Isaac planted his tents in the Negev and took Rebekah, the quiet and fierce woman of his father's house. Seasons turned. The years wore on. Isaac prayed for a child, his voice a soft petition rising into the heat of the day. And at last, the promise that had waited through generations moved inside Rebekah. But the child inside her was not at peace. The womb churned like an ocean in a storm. She sought the Lord and heard a strange, solemn answer. 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples shall be separated from your body. 1 people shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. A prophecy not of 2 brothers only, but of history itself. When the time came, labor tore across the night. First came a hairy boy, Esau, red as the dawn, roaring like the desert wind. He took his first breath into a world of hunting and open plains. Then, grasping his heel, came his brother, Yaakov, Jacob. From the start he clung, a child who would not let go. They were different as sun and shade. Esau grew a man of the field, bow across his shoulder, the scent of game in his clothes. Jacob kept to the tents, tending flocks, mind sharpening like a shepherd's cunning. Isaac loved Esau for the wild meat he procured. Rebekah loved Jacob for the quiet presence at her side. 2 altars of affection were built within one household. One day, returning exhausted from a hunt, Esau stumbled in like a desert wind hungry to the bone. Jacob was by the pot, lentils steaming, the aroma of spice and heat. "Give me a swallow of that red stew," Esau rasped, "for I am faint." Jacob's answer was a blade disguised as a bargain. "Or sell me your birthright now." Esau laughed, a man's scorn, but hunger made the laugh thin. In a single, desperate breath, he sold the future, the primacy, the covenantal blessing, the mantle of inheritance, all for a pot of stew. He rose, ate, drank, and walked away, rich for the moment, poor in destiny. Years slid onward. Isaac aged, his eyes dimmed, the voice of the promise trembled beneath his palms. He called Esau to hunt, to prepare a meal, so that he might bless him before he died. Rebekah heard. In the hush between her heartbeats, memory of the oracle returned, the older serving the younger. She fixed a plan upon the loom of necessity. Jacob protested. He feared trickery. Rebekah wrapped goatskins on his arms and neck to mimic the hairy texture of Esau. She dressed him in Esau's garments and anointed his hands with game's smell. Father lay upon the bed, blind to the world's endpoints. Jacob spoke in the voice rehearsed by his mother. Isaac's hand, groping for certainty, moved and blessed the younger, calling him master over nations, granting abundance as though he were the firstborn. When Esau returned with the savory stew and the smell of the hunt, the tent broke into thunder. The blessing had gone. Irretrievable words poured like oil. Esau's cry was a torn thing, furious, raw. "Bless me also, Father." But Isaac's blessing had become a river that could not be refilled. The covenantal word once spoken bore weight beyond change. Rebekah's fear rose like smoke. She pressed Jacob's cheek to her bosom and said, "Flee, go to my brother Laban. Stay until your brother's fury cools. I cannot bear to see both my sons destroyed." So Jacob fled by night, a repentant pilgrim and a trickster turned exile, bearing the very blessing that had been stolen and the fear that would follow him like an echo. Esau's grief turned to anger. He vowed to spill his brother's blood. The man of the field, once willing to sell his inheritance for a meal, became a hunter with a vendetta. Wilderness turned into a hunting ground for revenge.
Ancient and wise, wisdom blooms on the desert